And we are back from the break. And just as a refresher, currently have
Mhm.
rerolls 2 for Finn. Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 1, Leva has 1, I, the Dungeon Master, have 1 as well.
Oh,
And you have taken care of the shadowy creatures that were here in the chamber.
before we
And I believe there was wondering about the any possible traps on these two doors.
before we move on,
Mm-hmm.
Braxton's gonna kiss that little amulet of his and say a prayer to Ptah and put it back away.
All right.
He's gonna say, "I don't think it works again today." But I guess I could try it and find out.
If you encounter anything else, certainly. All right. So, Lafdul, are you looking around the room as well?
Yeah, I'm looking around the room while he's searching the door, I guess.
Okay. Finn, did you want to check the doors for traps?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Neither of the doors are trapped.
All right, doors are clear.
The bottom
Thanks.
area looks like it loops up with that trapped area.
Oh yeah, up the stairs was trapped, was it? Should we go
Now,
through the?
there's a trap down there somewhere, but
Oh
not
right,
through
okay.
this door. It should be on the other side of this door somewhere, probably the other door.
Let's open it then.
Lafdul puts his continual light dagger back in his pouch.
All right. I assume, Leva, you're collecting back up your stone.
Yes, definitely. If it's still okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, didn't roll into the fire. It's cast beyond it, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my I'm putting my shield away, putting out my dagger and short sword.
Okay.
I'll put the door open if we're all good.
You changing weapons, Zach? Are you?
I'm sticking with the sword and shield.
Yeah.
Okay. So you push open that door, and you see another chamber full of ruined furniture lining the walls. You can see shattered glass amongst all of the materials, the broken down stone tables and cabinets and things of that nature. There's rusted metal everywhere. It is pretty dense. It is pretty heavily ruined. It would definitely take a lot of time to search through. And you can see a door on the western wall. Looking in there.
Does that look like the same dolphin? Or not?
No, doesn't quite line up. There must be another room beyond that one.
Do you want to lead the way? You got your thingy up, I assume.
Yeah, I'll go take a look at that door.
Alright, that door has a magical trap on it as well.
Yeah. Well, both sides of this room. We know it's. Oh.
My guess is that would mean there was something important in there.
Sure, well, you got the spell. Find traps up. I will attempt to dispel it with my dispel magic.
Okay.
Braxton's gonna.
Hashtag dispel.
Can Braxton inspect some of the damaged, destroyed furniture and see if he can figure out what it is?
Yeah, do you want to, like dig through it, see what there is and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, carefully. I don't want to chop my fingers on the glass, but yeah.
That's about as strong as Lafdul gets for dispel magic, and I failed on an 18 last time.
That is a pretty darn strong. Finn, you want to concentrate on the door again?
Yes.
Okay. It is registering that there is no longer a trap there.
Looks like you got
Hey.
it.
Those traps are really hard to dispel. Normally. Oh. Go on, warriors, line up. Head in.
Right.
Well, Braxon, you'd have to
Sorry.
abort your search. Do you want to continue searching before going in there, or do you want to abort your search?
You can search both rooms in tandem after.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out whether this is a door or a shelf. Okay, I can come back to it.
I mean, we're only going in this room. We're staying in this area probably to search both rooms.
No, that's
I mean,
fine.
if they're going to go for the effort of trapping something, it
Just,
must be valuable.
Be careful what you step on.
I'll open the door.
Don't go in the room, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go in. I'm just opening the door.
No, I was just saying. I wasn't trying to,
Okay. That door is very easy to open, and looking inside of it, this looks like some of the other chambers that you've seen before, functioning as a bedroom, because you can see one of the stone slabs resting in the far corner of the room, and of course there's a door on the southern wall that you realize connects up with the open area on the other side of the wall. There's more ruined furniture in this chamber as well, besides just the bed slab.
any traps in the immediate passageway into it if they're going for the effort of trapping both entranceways.
Nope. Finn is not detecting any traps in that room.
Anything on the ceiling?
Well, he's not detecting a trap on the ceiling.
No, I was just looking in the ceiling. Anything?
No, ceiling
ceiling.
seems fine.
Do you want to go in, Finn?
Finn will take a step in then.
All right.
Close the door. Lock him in.
Nothing happens.
Oh. Does it seem safe in there, Finn?
So far.
Yep. You're not getting any triggers from your unfailing premonition. Now, Lafdul, on the other hand, just explodes. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean... Oops, I guess.
Oops, indeed.
I did a lever.
I think that at this point, the protection from evil is going to be running out.
Hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes. 8 rounds.
It's
8 turns, I mean.
It's been up for a while. Well, I mean, you guys are wanting to search these rooms, right? Or
I assume so at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think if this room was that
Well guarded.
heavily guarded, we should make an effort to search this one.
okay.
Can I attempt to find a trap without triggering it?
You
Or
can
is there
attempt-
always an inherent chance of triggering it by mistake?
It depends. There's always a chance.
No, so I can never eliminate. No, I'm not going to do it while people are in the room. So.
It depends. So a lot of it depends on how the trap is triggered. You always have to touch the object to find a trap.
Oh, I was just seeing if I could see a glyph on the wall. Is it a case of you put your hand until you find it or something?
Braxon
No,
says,
I mean it's just that finding traps is just like a glyph of warning may only trigger if you pass through it, and then you can find it without passing.
I'm inside a room. I'm presuming that the glyph, it's a glyph of warning. I don't know that it would probably be placed inside the room. So I'm trying to look at the doorway, for a glyph on the door, I guess, from this side.
Right,
That's what I'm trying to do.
The thing is like find traps isn't for just one specific type of trap. It is any and all traps that may exist in that space, and that requires you to touch the thing, because sometimes it's like you can't see a hole, but you can feel a hole where a poison needle might come out. But that's only triggered by sticking the key in the lock, kind of thing. same thing with glyphs of warding. Sometimes it's you know, you're feeling it and you're like, I'm feeling a residue of a material component that would be sprinkled here, kind of thing, you know?
Oh, there's no point in disarming it unless I've just got free time with my hands anyway. So I triggered the last one I tried to disarm.
All right. So what do you guys want to be doing?
Search.
All right.
Braxon's going to say to Lafdul, well, if you've got to search that room, I can have a play with this furniture while you're doing that.
I'm not searching for any traps. We know it's traps. We're not walking through that door. We're just doing a general search, all of us, or whatever people want to do, I guess. We got time to
searching now. I'm going to see if I can work out what this furniture was.
Yeah, I'm searching for secret compartments, specifically.
Okay.
So, looking for...
All right, it's going to take time to do searching. That is going to cause all the spells that you currently have up to expire.
Other than Blessed Watchfulness and thinking, because they last in hours.
Sure. All right.
I don't know about Astral Awareness, but I think it was the same duration of Blessed Watchfulness.
If anyone with spells wants to ask us to move on.
No.
Now's
Blessed
your
Watchfulness
chance.
is 4 hours plus an hour level, so that's going to last until we next rest.
And Finn, before you your find traps runs out, you do re-verify that that door is trapped, and you're not detecting any traps within the rooms themselves, and then the spell is going to expire.
I've got the last find traps, and that'll probably be wrapping up before we take our next rest, probably. Who knows? Are we all searching for secrets in here or stuff, loot?
Braxton searching in the room he's in.
Everyone other than Braxon, I guess.
The NPCs can help out where you want.
I'll be searching the room with Braxon. You guys can handle that room.
Okay.
I think Leva has a good chance of finding secrets of me because she's an elf.
So, Braxon, you start looking through the ruined furniture, and one thing that you notice is that amongst all of this the wreckage that you start to search through, you're finding lots of broken glass and stuff like that. But you do find an intact frame of highly polished dark wood surrounding a sheet of dark slate, like you'd write with chalk on.
Oh, right.
Intact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Brax is going to check both sides of it before he touches it in case there's writing on it.
There is not, and the backside is like it only has the one side that you can write on the slate.
Okay.
Braxon?
Uh-huh.
How do you turn it over before you touch it?
He picks it up. He's looking through. He's trying to work out what his furniture
you're touching it. You said you.
Okay, what I mean is a writing slate has
Just
got.
teasing you.
He'd be picking up by the corners. A writing slate, you would wipe off the chalk. I was thinking there might be something written on that was like 1,000 years old, written in chalk.
I mean,
I think the chalk would last 1,000 years.
no, it would last hundreds of years, probably.
Well, this might be a magical slate.
I mean,
you haven't found a whole lot of wood in these dungeons that's been intact.
You said it was wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's probably magical.
Sure, that makes
Anything...
a lot of sense.
I wonder if it's like a spell book for them. No, because it wouldn't be empty.
It's only one slate.
Oh, someone got read languages. Oh, wait, Vorden said he could read languages, can he? He had a helmet, did something?
He did. He did, but there's no writing on it.
There's no writing on it.
What
blank.
does
No,
his
it
helm
has
do?
three languages too.
It might be invisible.
Braxon's going to hold it up to Ockar and say, "Hey, see if there's another one of these. Maybe we can write on one and it appears on the other one."
I guess I'll look around for another one.
And you can also see if it's got any evil intent when you intend to write on it. Whatever you
maybe
might
if-
become.
What?
Maybe if Braxton had a piece of chalk and he drew a tent on the slate, Ockar could look for evil intent.
I'm just trying to think what kind of magical items would be on a magical writing thing.
I think we're done for the day after that.
What do you mean? No.
That awful time.
It's not the first time I've used that pun either.
It went straight over my head. I didn't even realize he was saying it.
Yeah, well, it stopped. Keep the rain off you, won't it? If it's gone over your head.
Yeah.
So Ockar, you are looking in a different place. See if you can find another one of those.
Yeah.
All right. You don't, but you do find an alabaster flask that seems to be filled with an effervescent purple liquid.
So,
Purpley.
liquid purple.
I guess we'll just add that to the group loot.
We get it posted and just we do stuff about it later.
So you guys can just take some time to search through everything, see if you find anything else interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to take a long time because there is a lot of just wrecked furniture in both chambers. But in addition to that slate and that alabaster flask, you do find a second glass flask filled with a thick burgundy liquid. You find a ceramic flask filled with a thick gritty gray liquid. A glass flask filled with an opaque pale green liquid. A glass flask filled with a clear liquid. And throughout all this, you're also finding a pretty substantial amount of like glass shards from other.
It's like an alchemist shop.
I mean, if that's your conclusion, sure. You find 2 shining silver plates inscribed with strange runes. And a series of shining hinged silver plates covered with etched runes.
Damn.
And a glossy black stone mortar and pestle.
Oh.
Completely undamaged amongst everything. And finally, a large, thick iron bottle inlaid with silver runes and closed with a brass stopper, inset with a complex pattern of silver patterns and symbols.
Fancy.
Stuff.
Finn will cast Detect Magic and look everything over.
Yeah, all that's magical, shockingly.
I was sure of it.
Let me give you the list of descriptions, and then and I'll give you the spheres in a second. So I just need to edit some text before I give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that you're finding in the first room. You actually don't find anything of particular note in the second room.
Room we're in.
Yep.
Oh. Well, I'm searching for secrets specific.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
that. I meant, like, item-wise. Okay, let me go ahead and send that over to you. Okay, so, you have those, and let's see. What level are you again, Finn?
9th.
9th, okay. So a pretty good chance to determine what you've got. Alright, you are not able to determine what's on that first
You were saying?
alabaster flask. I was saying, then I rolled a 94. Let's see. Next one, glass flask with burgundy liquid. That is radiating protection.
I'm still copying these into the sheet here, so.
Yeah, I'll give it to you again afterwards.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be in the same order, so someone else could just write it down and then fill it in afterwards.
I'm doing that.
Okay. The ceramic flask filled with thick gray liquid radiates animal. The glass flask filled with an opaque pale green liquid. That one has necromantic. The glass flask filled with a clear liquid. Elemental water. The first of those individual shining silver plates. Elemental fire. The second of those individual silver plates. Combat. The hinged ones are radiate just general magic. The glossy black stone mortar and pestle. Creation. The thick iron bottle with runes. Summoning. And the slate radiates divination.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
No problem. Vordon offers to check over the take a look at those silver plates with the runes, see if he can determine what's on them. Alright. So yeah, you don't find anything else in the bedroom, and let me roll to see if Leva and Lafdul find any secrets. Okay. You do not find any secret hidden compartments or doors or anything like that.
Yeah. No secrets. And just a bedroom. Is there anything mundane that's still intact in here other than stone?
Nothing.
Hmm.
There's some glass items, but they're shattered. Way more glass items in the outer room. But other than the ones that you found that have stuff in them, they're all shattered.
I need to be about 2 minutes.
Alright.
Take care of someone.
Alright, so what are you guys thinking about doing next?
Still writing, just a second.
Did Braxon figure out anything about the furniture other than it was just destroyed?
On searching the rooms, I kind of want to backtrack to check out some of the places we missed, like over here and over here, and maybe check over here for the other side of where the invisible wall is.
Okay. So first, Braxon. A lot of it appears to be tables and shelving units.
Right.
Like, and a lot of the broken glass items are concentrated around these items, as if the tables and shelves held glass items, and then those are shattered when they collapsed.
Got ya. And the slate was just lucky that it didn't get destroyed.
Yeah. Same with the some of the other glass items and stuff like that. I mean, since they're magical, that also tends to give it some additional like protection.
Yeah.
Like it's harder to destroy magical items than a standard item.
Yeah. Would the tables and cabinets have been at the edge of the room?
For the most part, there appears to be a few tables that were in the middle of the room as well, but a lot of it was lining the walls. Yeah.
Okay.
Finn's going to take a closer look at that mortar and pestle.
Okay. Do you want to try and do anything with it?
Yeah. I'm going to take some of the herbs I have in one of my pouches, put it in and grind it up and see what happens.
Okay.
Does it double?
So it grinds it up quite finely. It's easier and faster than a normal one. In that, like, you feel like you were just able to grind up those herbs in about half the time that it normally takes you.
Interesting.
Mortar and pestle of speed crushing. I don't know what you call it.
Like, normally there's more resistance when you're crushing up the herbs, you know, it's you're breaking down the harder fiber parts, and it's just really easy to break that down and grind it up into powder.
Must
Try
be made
grinding. Try a copper piece.
Sure, why not?
Okay. You take out a copper piece and put it in?
Yep.
Okay. Significantly harder than the herbs, but with a bit of work.
Half the time, mate.
About 2 minutes, in fact. You get that copper piece ground up into a powder.
How long does it normally take us?
10
minutes?
I think that will be good for people making holy water, because you have to grind up silver.
What?
What?
I don't think so. Not in 2E.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Tends to take multiple priests to make holy water.
Okay.
Yeah, bless prayer and create water. In a magical font, that's a few thousand guilds worth. And you're going to be able to say.
So yeah, I hope you deducted that copper piece that you used.
It's got copper dust now.
But yes, you do have copper dust.
How long does it normally take us to grind up a copper?
Quite a bit
10
of
minutes,
time.
20?
Quite a bit of time. Like it.
Yeah, so that thing macerates whatever we put in.
In fact, like most of the time, when you're like if you were to try to grind up a normal copper piece, it would tend to just deform mostly.
Until you break it into smaller pieces and crush it. Well, that's a useful item. At least we know what it vaguely does. Good old
But Finn's
fashioned.
even more curious now.
All
He's
right.
going to
Yep.
put a small chunk of stone in there.
Okay. So you look around, pick up a piece of stone from the floor that fits in it, put it in, and begin grinding away. And after about 3 minutes, you're left with a fine stone powder.
See what happens if you change one of the. If you is it the pestle or the mortar? Which one? You change it with a standard one.
Oh, well, I still have Detect Magic up. I can just hand one piece to you and look
Yeah.
at just the one.
Oh, we take one of magic.
Look at it just one at a time.
Yeah.
Do I
Well,
notice anything?
I mean, separating them, they still radiate magic. I doubt you brought a mortar and pestle with you, so you can't, like...
It's part of the healer's kit for me.
Really?
Yeah, to grind up paste for poison stuff.
Okay.
It's like a mini one. It's not very big.
Do you want... Then you'd probably want to use, like, the
It's like
pestle from yours with the mortar of the,
Yeah, we swap a part each, and we try
Hang on.
one magical part with each mundane one.
Yeah, but it's easier to fit a small
Oh,
pestle
yeah.
inside a larger mortar.
Hang on. Are we in danger of having a vessel and a pestle?
Yeah.
All right, so Lafdul, you're gonna try that.
Yeah, it was like just a stone, a smallish stone, something I can grind up that's relatively hard. I have
It
a
does
vague
not
idea.
grind up easily.
Yeah, I guess their enchantments tandem to each other. I hand it back, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
That could be very useful in some of my herbal preparations.
Yeah. Anyone else want to try anything else out with the other items or something like that?
Braxon's going to ask if anyone's got some chalk.
The wizards might have chalk. Those are spell components.
I mean, I would kind of hope that someone would have chalk because it's super useful to be able to chalk things on walls and stuff when exploring places.
I kept using charcoal.
Meanwhile,
That's fair.
Finn has one more idea.
Right.
Do you have any non-valuable gems on you? Or lower value gems?
On me? Yeah, I got 20 go piece one. I got 20 one go piece gems.
You mind if we use one to test?
Yeah, sure, grind it up. Oh, I have 19 now. I mean, it's only a go piece worth, so they would come out the wand and wonder. So,
all right. You're gonna grind one of those up, Finn?
Yes.
All right. It takes about 4 minutes, but you are left with a fine gem powder.
does that seem faster than it would normally take me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
Very
efficient.
interesting.
Grinding anything up.
Leva is prepared to. Let me see whether she has any.
Nate Braxon uses clothes again.
No, nothing to do with that.
Sure.
Oh, here we go. She has 9 little diamonds worth 50 gold, and can we grind those down because diamond dust is very useful for stone skin. So she's prepared to sacrifice 1 diamond.
Don't you need them for your chromatic orb spell?
Yeah, it's a sacrifice. I mean, she's
Yeah.
basically turning one spell's component into another spell's component.
Yes, exactly.
But how
And
much?
she
How much? You need 100 GP worth of diamond dust for stone skin.
that's okay. She has 9 diamonds.
Okay.
So she can sacrifice 2 of them.
All right.
They are both worth at least 50 gold.
Okay. All right.
Afterwards, she has 7.
So you hand those over to Finn.
Yes.
All right, I'll try grinding them.
Okay. So after 7 minutes, you've ground both of those diamonds down into a fine diamond powder that Leva can carefully pour into a container for her stone skin.
Gosh, I just forgot to delete things. So I got 10,000 diamond dust. No, I haven't.
That's a lot of diamond dust.
Nope. It's 100.
That's very effective.
Yes. I'm surprised that it grinds diamonds at all.
I mean, give enough persistence, you can grind diamonds now.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing about diamonds is they're actually pretty fragile if you hit them the right way. I had a geology professor in college who talked about his wife was chopping vegetables, and her hand with the wedding ring on it hit either the counter or the cutting board at just the right angle, and it basically shattered the diamond in it.
Wow.
But if you just grind it down, you
was a
generally don't
circle.
know the right angle. You just start grinding.
Yeah, but they tend to move around a bit, so.
And he didn't want
Eventually
his
you'll
wife.
get it right.
He didn't want his wife to know he got her a zircon ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because that hasn't been done already.
I mean, that's how you cut diamonds, is that you're basically flaking off things by hitting it at a precise angle.
Mm.
That's what cutting a diamond is.
I knew that with obsidian and stone knapping, but I didn't know about how that's how it's done with gems.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different because you're, like, the nature of the crystals, but... Alright, so anyone else have any experimentation that they want to do, or any other things that they want to check on in these rooms?
Well, I didn't think Braxon managed to get some chalk off of anyone, so he'll give up on that.
Apparently not, yeah.
I definitely do not. Sure.
We had glass items. Do they look like drinking instruments?
It's hard to tell. They're just small shards now.
We got all the magical stuff because Finn had that magic cup.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Doesn't mean there might be like. Is there any like intact alchemy sets or anything?
No.
Well, I guess it would have wood in it or some. Any alembics, metal?
Right, but see, every other glass item in this chamber has shattered, has broken. And every piece of metal has corroded.
Oh, the hinged silver plates.
Mm-hmm.
With etched symbols on.
Yeah.
Maybe
spell
that.
scrolls.
Oh, that's a spell scroll, is it? Okay.
The other ones were similar, weren't they?
Yeah, you've definitely seen these before.
These seem to be just how they do spells on these plaques or plates. We haven't found any wizard ones yet.
Yeah.
These maybe was. Oh, didn't Forden said he was reading them?
He offered. No one took him up on the offer.
Yes. If you would.
All right. So you hand him the sheets of silver, and he studies them for a minute. The one that detected as elemental fire, he informs you, is a scroll of protection from fire. The second one that detected as combat he takes a look at and indicates, this is a scroll that can protect you from non-magical weapons. Sounds
A
pretty
spell
powerful.
scroll?
That's pretty good.
A spell scroll or an
No,
actual
both of
protection
those
scroll?
are protection scrolls.
That's almost like Sloan skin.
Yeah, I mean, there is the...
Can anyone
Yeah, well...
can anyone read the runes on the bottle?
On the bottle?
Yeah.
We'll get to
got
that.
silver
We'll
runes on it.
get to that in a second. He
Okay,
takes a
sorry.
look at the hinged sheets and says to you, I can't make too much sense of it. It appears to have wizardly magic written on it. A few
Could
spells,
count.
I think.
So it's a spell book.
Could Gemba look at you with your helmet if you trust? Is she allowed to?
Yeah, she can wear the helmet and take a look. So she studies it and says, "Oh, this is quite a powerful set of scrolls. I see on here spells for Blink, Minor Malison, Remove Curse, Wall of Fire, Distance Distortion, Basilisk Glare, and Time Stop. It's quite powerful."
Mm.
Time stop, 9th level.
And those would all be cast at 18th level.
Good luck to anyone
Nice.
casting that.
Well, Leva has been able to cast some of those.
Oh yeah, I mean Lafdul has as well. It was 18th level priest for us.
Would you mind copying that?
There you go.
Thank you.
I think Lafdul has more of a chance of pulling the spells than you.
Leva has no problems casting those spells, but she, if there are other spells around, she'll take those first because they might work more often. And despite her being used to failure, it's not the same.
You can even learn some of the spells. So isn't that minor Malison the 3rd level version of your regular Malison? It's the weaker version of the same spell. Because you got
Yes.
greater Malison, haven't you? Which is 4th. I think
Yes.
mine is 3rd.
She might want to see about fixing her intelligence problem first.
Oh yeah, she's out of... I'll spin the wheel again, Leva.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, she's
yeah.
tempted. She's tempted. She might do this.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Lafdul has really good odds of at least not getting the worst possible results. But it's kind of like...
Oh no, anytime you use that,
I can choose 3
yeah,
results.
and you will always be able to ignore or avoid the worst result. Now, you might still only have your choices may still be the 3rd worst
Awful.
result, which may still be really awful.
But at least it won't like kill me if I can avoid death. Or something. I mean, far as we know, the only things it's done is drain our stats. Probably could raise our stats if we get lucky.
It did.
Oh yeah, Leva, you got one, didn't you?
She feels much stronger
fuck.
now. You know, she feels no.
Stronger?
Actually, she feels
Hardy.
What would she
Hardy.
feel if she hardy?
Yeah.
So she feels. Let's go into danger. Well, maybe.
Oh, is that why you've been on the front lines more?
Nah.
You got less intelligence, so you don't realise it's a bad idea.
Something like that. Yes.
Actually, no, that would be wisdom.
Also, Braxon had asked about the bottle.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
Vordon will take a look at that, and let's see. He indicates that, so he says, I don't think they're words. I think they're more magical sigils of protection and binding. That would be my guess.
Thank you.
Abjuration magic. Can you read magic with that? As in, you know the aura. Was just languages.
He can just read languages. I mean, read magic
Mm-hmm.
would basically tell you the same thing that he just did. It's not that you're like, because they're not words, these symbols, but they are still a type of writing, magical writing. So that's what he's revealing. They're basically, it's designed to like bind or contain or something like that.
Yeah, Braxon says I was hoping they might give us a clue as to what might be in the bottle.
I mean, we do some. Well, yeah, sometimes.
All right. So what are you guys thinking about doing now? Any other
Well, we got
experimentation?
other rooms to search
Mhm.
if people were done identifying with things, or we can, if the spells are popped, we can carry on.
Yeah, spells popped other than the two major spells that last until we next rest. Astral awareness was now our level.
Yeah,
Cast at
that'll
8th,
run for a while. Don't worry about
but
it.
it's shorter than blessed. Fullness by like 4 hours
It's fine.
or 3.
It's fine.
No, I do not have any chalk. I was checking through my ingredients. I got charcoal, but I've not got chalk.
Lever has no chalk either.
Because
Okay.
I have ink and paper, and I write in my notebook like a
Thank
civilized person. Now, it's just one of those things I just don't have. It is useful to have. I just don't have any.
Yeah. No, if you don't,
I mean,
that's fine.
I've got like a million knickknacks. Should we open up the store? It's not trapped, so, and I think it just leads up to the other corridor. I'll wait for some people to be around, and I'll open the door just to open it.
NPCs will come up by you. Anyone objecting to him
Brax.
opening the door?
Braxton can move.
It
Few
wasn't
breaks.
trapped, so
Go ahead.
I
Still
will
in
open
the
the
second
door.
room.
Maybe
Oh,
it kills you. I
Lever,
feel
you
bad for
coming?
you.
Lafdul pretends to do a dramatic death.
There's an item that
Lafdul's
does
dead
that.
again.
There's an item that does that. Magic item, I think.
Yeah, that's something of dramatic death
Yeah.
or something, isn't it?
Take the ring off him if you actually. No.
All right, so yeah, that does indeed just lead back to the same corridor.
I would like to explore this area over here. Do you want to follow me?
Which area
I
are you
know.
talking about?
I don't want to.
This little bit over here.
Yeah, it would help
That
if you
goes
said
down there.
down or right or whatever.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Go to like the southwest and like check out the door over like here.
So do you mean the southwest of the original room? Not
It might help to describe the room, like
It's
indicates
just-
the platform with the 4 columns kind of thing.
Yeah, where the one column came to life.
Yeah,
Well,
actually, so one thing about those columns is that the other 3 columns have big lumps of rusted iron on top of them. But
Rusted.
this
Ah,
thing
it's
is
made.
made of iron.
Oh, the enchantment's worn off.
The thing I want to do is get through this trap door here. If somebody wants to disable it, so we could check out the room near the stage where we fought the
What about this door?
iron armor.
Well, this door here, okay, this one's not trapped.
did we checked that door and there's no traps?
Door. It blended.
I don't believe it was trapped. I mean, Finn went past it. I can't remember if he scanned that one.
That's been scanned.
Because that one over there was trapped. But this one should be good.
Okay. Braxton and Beamore forgot this door then.
I think you and Ockar are on the same tile.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's probably... I'll stand behind, I guess.
All right, so you're gonna open it.
Yeah.
Ockar, you're opening that one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you see another corridor. You're kind of seeing that there's like two types of corridors: the big, broad avenue ones, and then smaller corridors like this one.
Passageways.
Yeah. The big, broad ones are clearly designed for larger numbers of people passing through. They feel more like avenues or broadways, and these are a little bit more local, intimate.
This is definitely like an underground city, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what yeah, that's probably what you guys would come to the conclusion of. This was some sort of settlement city.
Base. Because it's got a marketplace, though, so it must have been like an actual city.
Yeah.
Not like a camp.
Yeah, it does not seem like.
This place must be huge. If it can accommodate a marketplace.
Yeah, it's hard to say how many people once lived here, but you've definitely seen some.
Wait up, Parker. I will cast my detect. Find traps. And that'll be the last one amongst the party. Unless Solas had another. But I will
No, he
cast
only
mine.
went one.
Find traps where are you cast? Alright, cast the spell.
Okay. I'm gonna be checking the
Well, yeah, I'll go up to where Ockar is and I'll
far door.
check the corridor just before. 30 feet, and then I'll do the door after.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, you are not detecting a trap on that door.
Or the floor leading up to it.
Or the
because
floor
it's
leading up to
scanned. Alright, door's good. Want to go through? Standard formation that we normally adopt.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You mean the spellcasters first and the fighters in the background somewhere?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm going first to the door.
Yeah, I'll wait for Braxon.
Yeah.
Because it'll take Braxon multiple rounds to get to you.
Do you want me up the front? Okay, hang on. Braxton's going to squeeze past the NPCs.
I mean, the NPC squeezed past you.
No, he was standing to the side, so there was no squeezing involved. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and open that door. Vordon is not enlarged anymore, by the way,
Oh,
because it took you a
It's a
while
regular Vordon.
to search and those rooms. All right, so you open that door, and you can see beyond it another plaza-like structure. There's the floor has shifted a little bit, resulting in some cracks in the floor. But the walls were pretty clearly once lined with benches, like long benches. Multiple individuals could sit on them. And there is something hanging from the ceiling that you think once had a magical light, but no longer does. Otherwise, the area is pretty quiet.
Does it look safe in there, Braxon?
Yeah,
line
looks
up
okay.
against the wall.
Looks okay. Braxton's going to bend down and look under the benches or what remains of them.
Okay.
I can... Actually, what's the range on this? 30 yards.
You're not really seeing a whole lot there. You're not detecting a trap on that far wall, far door.
Oh,
okay.
I had to move before I could do that.
Braxton's going to come down to here so he can see around that corridor. You could say you're at corridor at the end here. Maybe.
35, I need to be a little tile closer. But no, nothing was there.
Nope.
I will scan this very dubious looking straight corridor.
Very big room at the end of it.
That opens up into another large plaza. You can see more benches lining the walls, and you see some doors at the far end. one up a set of stairs here, and the other down at ground level. And of
Be
course,
careful
a
about
door to
walking.
the south as well.
Big open spaces are often traps.
Yeah. Okay,
I
Braxton.
scan that door.
Fair point. Braxton says there's another long corridor to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a broad avenue up there.
Is there anything on the door?
Let's see.
And I also scanned that door, you said, yeah? The one to the left.
Yeah, you
Braxton
scan that
whispers.
south.
Braxton whispers back, I'm going to check this corridor out.
I'll join you.
Okay, you are not finding any traps on the southern door. You want to go for the eastern door?
Yeah, I can probably get them both from one if I angle it.
Okay.
Braxton says to Ockar, don't go too far north. We just want to see what we got up here.
I know.
It'll take us a while to get to you, Lafdul says as they walk off.
All right, and you're not detecting traps on the eastern doors.
How long has it been so far? About 10 minutes or less?
Give or
There are
take
doors
10 minutes.
here, too.
Sorry.
Yeah, 2 doors.
10 minutes.
Let's leave it for now.
Alright.
We can get Lafdul for check for traps when he's done down there.
It's
I'm
probably
on
the
my way.
connection to the corridor up there.
Could be.
It's just
mean-
a short part there.
Could be.
Yes,
We don't know
a
what's
major
in there.
Yeah, you got another
Probably.
pair of mirrored double doors up there.
Can I get them both in one go if I angle it?
Yeah, they're not trapped. You're not finding any traps on those doors.
Alright. Ready to open up whenever. They're not trapped.
Mhm.
Should we just like...
What do you want to open?
You might as well connect these 2 rooms up that we've both explored.
Since we're already up here anyway, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I'll go and open this door over here.
Okay. That door appears to be stuck.
The other one.
Then I'll shove it.
Now try the other door.
Yeah, Braxton's going to try the other door while...
Maybe that's a one-way door on both sides to control traffic flow.
That door also appears to be stuck, Braxon.
Oh,
Braxton's going to try pulling it.
I assumed that you would have tried that.
Okay.
Can I open door 9?
There appears to be some slight shifting that has gotten them stuck in the door frames.
Oh,
like they're wedged.
Yeah. 9, you
roll.
said?
yes, 9 is my target. I roll below it.
Okay, give me just a second.
How does that work? Because one of them's a percentile dice, one's a d20. Which one's which?
Ben Bar's lift
Bar's
gates is percentile.
If I'm trying to look at it or bin prison bars, it's percentile.
Yeah, open doors is basically like shoving. Ben Bar's lift gates is just complete arm strength.
Fair enough.
Alright, and that does succeed. You manage to shove that door open with a
Nice and echoey
loud
around the
scraping
other.
sound. There is a pale light hanging from the ceiling in there. There
More
are
statues don't go in.
2 platforms on either side and 4 columns, much like those you've seen in some of the previous rooms, with curled snakes around
Do they look
the
intact?
columns.
They're probably going to come to life.
The
Any of them look
floor over
damaged?
here in particular is in bad shape, though.
Can I like stick my... Can someone stick their head in to assess the structural integrity of the statues?
You want Vordon to take a look?
Yeah,
See
to
what he thinks.
guess. I mean, if any of them are even remotely damaged, then they're probably no longer going to come back. If we can assess how many are coming back, then each fighter take a statue each. I mean, I can hold one off.
Vordon
Which,
takes a peek in.
oh, I would
Um,
say that they... Carry on.
There's been some shifting, but I don't think that it's unsafe.
The columns...
Columns appear to be intact.
They're probably going to reanimate. Can I? That wouldn't trigger a find traps, would it? It wouldn't be like a trap.
Nope.
How do we want to do it? Do we want to attack the statues and force the statues to come to us, and we can just hold them off at the door? Because they look like they might be poisonous, so I'd rather not be the one being attacked if I have to use my neutralize poison on someone.
Do we need to do anything in that room?
Yeah, we're gonna go for it probably.
Yeah, but can we get around it?
I don't know. Who's what? Yep. Why'd you go in?
All right. So Ockar
No, I
stepped
did
in.
When you stand in, it activates them.
accident.
You're sure it was just an accident?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I could go in and see if I can walk around the edge of the room without setting them off.
Just
I
have
something I'd like to try.
All right.
Okay.
But I need to get up to the door to do it.
Okay. Let him through.
I was going to ask Finn something. That could you make a wall of fire pointing that way, encompassing all the two pillars, snakes?
Oh, not today.
Okay.
fire and stone, they don't really work very well against each other.
All right. Ockar, can you let me up to the door, please?
Oh, right.
I mean, you can just move your token like standing in the doorway, holding down Alt. If you're saying you're not going into the room, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to specifically be on a square.
I just need to see something here. So we got 25 by 25. I think that's within range. I don't know if this will work, but it's worth a shot.
I will
spell.
I will cast Cure Serious on Ockar because there might be potential.
Would you mind letting Finn finish?
Oh yeah. He's sorry.
He was in the middle of soaking.
I'm looking for a spell anyway, so.
Okay.
I figured I had a moment to talk. That's why I talked, even though he was. I didn't mean to offend anyone, you know. All right. That's on Ockar.
What must be in. There it is. Let's see. Yeah, 10-foot square area per level. So I definitely have enough range to do this. So I am going to cast Soften Earth and Stone.
Nice.
On all 4 of the columns.
Nice.
Okay.
Which would make stone become soft clay.
But would this make the ceiling fall down?
No, but it might make the statues quite easy to hit.
That's true.
Did you add the hit points, Ockar? I cast Cure Serious on you.
Hey. Sure, I'll add that.
Let me just double check that spell for a quick second.
Oh, wait a minute. It's natural undressed earth or stone. It's not going to work then.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So, no, I would not do that then.
That's a shame.
It would have been fun.
I have buffing spells.
Given the cracks in the ground, you might be able to target the ground underneath that, but that would definitely like cause the floor to collapse as well. So.
Right.
You got stone shape, sorry. I'll soften.
I do have stone shape, but that I'd only be able to use on one, and it takes an entire round to cast it.
And I think you have to
Could
touch
you...
it.
Yes, and I have to touch it.
That's a shame. I was thinking you could entangle it or something.
Here's another idea, maybe. If I did that to the floor, Ald, would that no longer count as that would no longer count as work stone, right?
There would still be worked stone there. Basically, what you'd be trying to do is soften the earth and stone below it, and that would cause the worked stone to sink into it.
Would that reveal enough that I might be able to use an earth maw?
It might. But you're also really causing the floor to collapse in here too.
Yeah. What does Vordon think would happen if I did that?
All right,
He's our expert.
Vordon will come up and take a look. So he consults with you for a couple minutes, and says, I think the columns would likely collapse, fall over, and without being able to inspect the ceiling in closer detail, I couldn't say for sure, but there's a pretty good chance that the ceiling would collapse.
Bury that one.
I mean, if you do just one, then no.
The entire room should collapse.
But my understanding was that he was trying to sink the entire, all four columns. Was I wrong?
I was actually trying just to soften up the snakes so they weren't as hard to hit.
Right, but once you, what was your idea once I said that you might be able to get the ground beneath the stuff because of the cracks?
Just reveal enough that I could use Earth Maw when we're taking on the snakes.
You might be able to do that with one. Vordon isn't sure if the room... he'd need to... having all four of the columns go would... assuming that they are load-bearing columns, would probably cause the ceiling to collapse, in his opinion. With just one, he's not sure without an inspection.
Yeah, this is sounding like a little too dangerous of a plan.
For question.
Because if we collapse that roof, who knows what else is going to happen?
Yeah, it might be an evacuation.
Yeah, you had a question, Lafdul?
Is whether or not magic can... Because I got an amulet of non-detection, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it prevents spells that locate me. If I'm crossing a threshold, that's not... If it's using magic to detect me, would it still detect me? Is that just a case of...
It's not complete invulnerability to magically triggered traps now.
So
yeah, it's still threshold crossing would still cover it.
I've got an idea, but Finn started talking first, so go ahead.
I do have a scroll of protection from earth and stone.
Don't you want to learn that spell?
I actually have 2 scrolls with it.
You do? I mean, I want to learn one of those, but there you go.
Are those protection scrolls?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're not spells you can learn.
I thought you had a scroll of the clerical protection from earth.
I have one that's a clerical protection from earth, and then I have a protection from earth and stone.
Oh, I see. I mean, they weren't that dangerous if we can avoid the poisonous bite. I mean, I've got a neutralized poison.
I mean, if you feel that they're not that dangerous, and you could just,
Yeah, I don't think they were that dangerous. It's just the potential of one of us getting poisoned. I mean, Arca seems to be resilient to poison or immune to... We've not thoroughly tested that, but everyone else is still vulnerable.
Well,
I've got a neutralized poison. I can prevent it once.
Well, I've got an idea of what we could do from outside the room. We got those highly reflective plates. Maybe we could hold one of those through the door and look around the room and see if there's anything worth risking going into the room for. And if we do decide there is something in there worth going into the room, why don't we just have someone go into the room and run out? With my boots, I can run in and jump out. And then if the snakes come out the room one at a time, we just block them at the door and try and chop them up as they come through the door.
We can funnel them.
Yeah. Braxon definitely, if you're going in, if you're dashing in and then leaping back out kind of thing, that would definitely give you, if that's your goal, just run in, leap out, your boots will give you that ability to
The
do that.
back step thing. How many columns are there? 4.
Yeah, 4.
So potentially 3 or 4, maybe. Was it one of them was slightly damaged?
Vordon doesn't think any of them are damaged, but he can't say for sure without fully inspecting them.
So, it's the best place to take them on here in the doorway. And do we have anywhere we can back up to if we need to?
If you can open up the other door, we can have 4 fighters.
Well, that would allow 2 snakes to come through at once.
All right, and we just
I
want
can
to keep
open the other
one
door if you think.
No,
if
no, it's fine.
If other people want the other door open, I'll do it.
I have very limited combat capability against them.
Yeah, which is why I thought if we just had this door, and we could try and block them at the doorway, they can't. If there's 4 snakes, if they can't all come through at the same time, then maybe we just fight 1 snake or 2 snakes.
My pickaxe was quite effective against them.
Yeah.
Lever might teleport one away.
Okay.
It's our romantic getaway.
No, she has a scroll for Bowgentle's fleeting journey.
Oh, that's a really good spell, though. You want to learn that one?
Shall
she
we,
can still
Yeah,
learn it
whatever.
later.
I
She's just
know,
not
I
speeding
know,
up, speeding
I
up
know.
the process.
Shall we?
Oh, no, I
shall
mean, it's
Do what you will.
it's a
do what you will.
situation where where Lever can use it, and if it just sits in her bag, then it's not going to be useful at all.
Yeah, and
Well-
and just using the spell doesn't mean that you can never learn it, kind of thing. You just
Yes.
aren't doing it faster and cheaper.
Yes.
Would you?
So,
wanna
so
do
she'd
that
be.
there?
How many of them are there? The spell is cast at level 12, so that's just one individual creature, and it could be teleported into a solid object, at which point the individual is not slain but rather pushed into the astral plane and has to find its own way back. And I think by the time it finds its way back, we're all gone.
Unless
Okay.
you got like a plane shift or something.
I mean, that would take
I mean,
that would take care of one.
Do you want to go in there and do that, or do you want me to run in there and you cast that spell on one of the ones that comes through the door?
She'd rather do it when the others are occupied because it's a touch spell. She actually
Okay.
has to go and touch the bloody thing. Oops, sorry, and has to touch the thing.
Yeah, because I'm proposing to run into the room and then hop back out again.
I don't think these are that strong enemy.
No,
We
but
just don't know what the poison
let's
stuff
just
for.
let's just set up an ambush here, and if Ockar's resistant to poison, he can be at the front, and the rest of us can get in what we can get in.
Do you want to block the door, or do you want to let things come through the door slightly?
I'm thinking we want to make it so that can we get the angle of this so that it's about the width of 1 snake?
I mean, basically, it's a case of you're not sure how many snakes could come through the door at one time.
And I suppose they could go over each other and stuff, couldn't they?
Possibly, yeah.
Overlap.
So the question is whether you have 2 people in melee, or whether you try to let more than 2 people have melee access.
Couldn't you attack with spears through the melee? People with spears.
I think if we back off from those squares in front of the doorway, we can allow 1 snake or 2 snakes to come into the corridor and get it over 4 or 5 squares. Like if the snake could come through like this, we could have it so that we can all hit it. Can everyone see that? I don't think they can.
Not seeing what you're
Right. Hang
I
on.
think we.
If the snake could come through like this, for example, and we were all on the left side of the corridor, we could all get a hit on it. If that makes sense. Or if we were to all be along here, then the snake can go along the right side of the corridor,
Well,
and we just have someone down the end.
keep in mind that chances are it would come in and attack the nearest person. So it's not like come
Right.
all the way down to attack the farthest person, kind of thing.
Okay, fair enough. But like
Question?
people with missile weapons could still attack it.
Yeah, Leva?
Question. I'm looking at another spell I have on a scroll, which is Dancing Shadows. Does that actually create an area of effect that affects anyone that goes through, or does it just affect everyone who is in that area when the spell is cast?
I have to take a look at the spell. But I think if you're gonna like activate them, I think Braxon has the best idea because I haven't heard anyone have any other ideas of going into like do anything. So
No, that's a pretty
Leva
good
has
area
nothing
for
to
activate.
activate them. Leva only has stuff to do once they're activated.
I mean, attacking them will activate them.
let me see Dancing Shadows.
Which might be better to do, wouldn't it? Actually, no, the other ones sense their intent and they activate immediately.
Same thing happened in the other ruins when I swung at one of the statues with my staff from down below. The ones that activated when we got up on the platforms.
I wonder if my wand of negation would temporarily disable.
It only works on magic items.
Oh, is the statue not light?
No.
Should we work out where everyone's going to be?
I'm where I'm going to be.
Okay.
So it creates an area of effect, and anyone in that area of effect is affected by it.
But people who come in, creatures that enter the area of effect afterwards, they are not affected, correct?
No, they are. It's a anyone who walks in, anyone who's in the area of effect during the duration is affected by it.
Okay. So what Leva proposes is to actually, it's a 30-foot cube. So she could happily do this in front of the door. And the effect is that the creatures in the area must save versus spell or be disoriented, and they suffer a -2 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, and proficiency checks.
Okay. Do you want me, if everyone backs up then, do you want me to go in the room and then run back out and then you cast that spell after I run through the area?
Well, let's see, it's going to be active. It's cast at level 12, so it's going to be active for 24 rounds. I think that's quite a long time, 2 rounds per level. But one more thing, if any one of us decides to use missile weapons, missile attacks, those are going to be penalized as well. Made into or through the area are also penalized.
Okay. That's cool by me. So maybe I'll throw my throwing axe if we're going to keep these in that area.
Not finished yet.
Sorry.
Because there's something very important for Lafdul. A thief who successfully saves gains a +20% bonus to the thief hide in shadows ability while in the area of the dancing shadows to a maximum of 99%. Now it's finished.
One thing that I'd bring up is that he wouldn't be able to get his backstab bonus against these creatures.
Yeah, it's kind of, unless I was trying to sneak past or something.
Yeah.
Okay, Leva, if you want to do that, if no one objects, do you want to mark out on the floor where that will be so that I know where to run through when I go in to bait these things to follow me?
You just run through any which way you want. And because Leva will, just a second.
Yeah.
Leva will, Do we have something to make squares?
I don't have a thing for that one, no.
Use a 5-foot square, so won't we?
Well, then you can calculate it yourself because Leva can only see from.
Yeah, but we're going to fight
here
where we
to
are.
Here.
There's the draw shape tool under the paintbrush.
We're going to fight in the corridor we're in. We're not going to fight in the other room.
Yes, I understand. She's going to cast it in front of the door, here.
But the monster
on the
will
other
go
side.
through the door.
and the monsters, at least Leva assumes, they will try and attack us. So they will come towards the door, and at one point they will enter the cube and be disoriented.
And that
You
carries on after they come out of it.
Does it say?
No, they will keep it for 2 rounds after they leave. Just a second, need to check.
Does it only affect living creatures? Because I'm
All creatures. It doesn't say living or non-living or anything. Just all creatures.
Depends whether it's a creature, but it's worth a go. I was going to say, if we were to back up, you could cast it on this side of the doorway, and if we keep it in
Which
the
side?
cube,
I didn't
on our
see that.
side, on our side,
Yeah, we could do that too.
and then that's why I was saying how far we should move back. We could move back, and then they come into the confusion area, and then we get to fight them while they're confused.
We'd be minimum here.
Right. Okay.
And plus, we'd have less people fight. They would have
No.
more advantage, I think.
Braxon, you say you run in, you activate them, and then you jump out. How far can you jump? How far can you run out?
Well,
straight backwards, or do you have to arc
yeah.
in an angle? Because you might headbutt the ceiling.
Doesn't he
high.
want to sort of anger them that they
Hang on.
actually see him and activate?
Braxton can use a protection scroll, right?
He can.
Any of us can.
There. Hang on. I'm just trying to get
And Sliver can cast. Can she know? Yes, she does have a stone skin on the scroll, so you can have a stone skin on you.
I think we're burning a lot of stuff on relatively easy creatures. We did not struggle with the last lot.
Well, feel free to go in and fight them.
Well, no, I still want to use our tactical advantage. It's just.
Tell me what's the too much that you think? Where do you think we are reacting?
I honestly think just aggro them and just hack them to pieces.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
You realize last time there were 2, not 4.
Yeah, but that's also why the proposal's been to funnel them so that they can't all attack
so they can, unless they break down the door, which they might be able to do. They are big stone statues, but I imagine that would at least take several rounds.
Guys! I think we already had fine. We should just send in Braxon to aggro them and bring them back here and follow them through, and we'll just chop them up as they come out.
Yeah, I've got combat buffing spells. I can buff up the fighters. I assume we're most likely going to be mostly spent on our spells, so we're looking to rest soon-ish. So,
yeah, I'm not sure how far back I can jump. And the only thing I have to worry about is if I jump and slip over.
Well, go do some tests. Jump back. We got a whole corridor to test that out with.
you have the description of the item.
I've got the thing. Yeah, it says there's a percentage chance that I stumble if I jump.
I mean, I guess that's how it goes.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of battle fits. I got motion control. I can give the fighters a reasonable amount of buffing spells.
The only reason I'm saying that with uncertainty is Braxon hasn't really used this a lot. So, although I've got the handout,
I've got one battle fit.
I feel like you should put a few of those buffs on the Vordon, since he's the one who's most effective at dealing with these things.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll go in and aggro them and run out.
All right. One thing that I would ask is, where do you want Vordon? Do you want him to stand up next to?
He should be fine there if we aggro them in.
Okay, yeah. But then does Leva want to take a step back and let Finn take a step back?
Yeah, I assume.
Just stay back.
Okay.
I mean,
has everyone in the back got melee weapons they can use?
The thing is, I have weapons that can hit them, but they're not the best weapons. And I think Margot had a bludgeoning. I don't have magical bludgeoning weapons. Do you want to be where I am, Margot, or not? Because I have neutralized poison for someone who gets poisoned.
Are you asking
see if she
NPCs to die for
No,
you?
I'm just saying, if I'm the one who gets poisoned, someone else has to cure me.
Yeah.
If someone's got the spell, I'm fine with being in the front line.
Give me a second. I'm checking what she has.
She had heal last time, that gets rid of poison, so.
You realise if Ald kills the monsters, he gets all the XP.
I can
Oh.
take care of poison as well.
Alright, then I guess I can be in the front line, I guess. Do you have a magical ranged weapon? If you can't.
We'll see
Well, I
what
guess-
is necessary.
We can tag people in and out, I guess.
Yeah.
Swap someone in.
All right. So Braxon, you want to head in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would it make more sense to swap Finn and Braxon? Because that way you can at least reposition not at an angle.
Yeah, it's fine. He can zip around the wall.
Right. Okay. Are you ready?
I will cast Battle Fate on Vordon, I guess, since he seems to be the most effective at meleeing them. That means Old
I mean,
gets his
if you
own
want to
Battle
if you
Fate.
want to be casting spells, like if you got a bunch of buffing spells, and then Margoth would say swap places with her.
I mean,
Because well, like I mean, if these things come in and you're right there on the front lines, otherwise you're on the back, and then you can cast spells.
I've only got 2 buff spells. I may start in combat. I mean, do you want to whack them? You got any buffing spells? I'm asking
And
about
has a
enough.
couple.
I'm just gonna. I'm casting Battle Fate on Vordon. I'm just.
Okay.
We're starting the buff spell, so I'm casting Battle Fate on him.
Okay.
It lasts 16 rounds. And then I assume that'll be fine, and I will cast the next spell, which is motion control for courage. I will cast one on Vordon, and I will cast the other one on Ockar.
Okay.
For +3 to damage, +1 to hit, +5 against save versus fear.
All right.
And that only lasts 8 rounds. They're mighty spells if people want to do whatever they're going to do.
All right. So which one are you?
Finn,
Real fast. Which one are you casting first?
Battle Fix it lasts longer.
Okay.
I only had the one Battle Fix there left.
Finn is going to cast Strength of Stone on himself and Braxon.
Oh, thank you.
How long do those last?
Not very long.
Does that break when he jumps?
Yes. So he needs to
Oh.
keep his feet on the floor.
You
Well,
cast
no,
on
no.
Ockar then.
Because every time he's jumped, he's gotten into trouble anyway. So
No, but I have to. I'm going to be jumping out of the room.
I mean,
then I'm going to put it on Ockar instead.
That's
okay.
how the boots work.
I will also find it quite humorous if you jump a little too high and catch the door frame too. Just warning you now.
Yeah.
So it was
I've-
3 to like attack and damage from.
You got +3 to damage and +1 to hit, +5 save versus fear, and 4 temporary hit points. That's on Vordon and on Ockar.
Okay.
And you also got 1d4 points more of strength.
Okay, I'll roll the 1d4 right now. So my strength would go up from 16 to 18.
And it's those last 12 rounds. 3 rounds plus 1 round per caster level.
All right. So
Okay.
real fast.
Or until you lose contact with the earth. So keep your feet on the floor.
All right. So real fast. Battle Fate lasts how long, Lafdul?
16 rounds, so
All right. So I'm putting that in at 115. Motion control lasts how long?
8 rounds.
Okay.
Not that my roll actually matters because the minimum is 16. The minimum it will increase you to is 16, and that's +4 for me anyway. So
Nice. And were you going to cast Strength of Stone on Ockar and then you, or you and then Ockar?
I'll put mine on first.
All right, and that's 12 rounds?
Yep.
Okay.
So mine will last 11, his will last 12.
All right.
From go time.
Braxton's going to look for a rock or something.
All right, you do remember Finn got to about the middle of the room before anything happened, so that's probably where you'll need to go.
Okay.
How far can you jump back?
9 feet backwards.
Ooh.
But you can also turn around and leap forwards.
Yeah.
I was going to say, why don't you walk in backwards so you're already facing the door, and then just once they activate,
Yeah,
jump
moonwalk
towards the
in,
door.
moonwalk in.
Do your Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Don't you mean Michael Braxon?
Oh,
Michael
God.
Braxon. Oh, that's good.
That's great.
All right.
I mean, he does live on an asteroid.
All right, go ahead and go in there, Braxon.
Okay, in we go. Right, what do I see?
Where they don't have
Oh,
to
there's
be.
columns. Oh, so
Yeah,
he's quite near a column.
The columns turn into statues once you press the threshold.
And there's one on that column, is there?
Yeah, all 4 of the columns appear to have circles
Okay.
wrapped around them.
Braxton's going to get up close to this.
Didn't
then try
we
and
just agree that you were going to go to the middle of the room?
Yeah. Go to the middle of the room and jump
Okay.
backwards.
Okay. I thought I could activate one of them. All right, that'll do.
And they're all going to activate.
Yeah.
And
Did
then
they
you
activate?
rush back out?
Yeah, and then I'm going to try and jump out or jump towards the door. Should I roll this thing, or is it only when I'm going backwards?
If you're turning around.
Apparently, I've got a 11% chance of falling over.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
For hilarity's sake.
Am I going for high or low, or you decide?
You decide before you roll, high or low.
High is bad. What did I get? 51.
You're fine.
I didn't fall over. Right. I'll
Alright.
come out the door.
So get back into your position.
Get in position. Didn't hear anything.
Activate. You did do that pretty fast though, so nothing.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. He's going to come back and look.
Throw your axe at one.
Oh, yeah, the throwing axe. Yeah, all right. Braxton's going to get the...
It's a magical axe upon being
the
damaged.
axe of returning. Where are we?
I'm going to be... Wow, yeah. It's better to be...
Just normal columns.
I think if they activate upon intent.
D20 plus 2. Right, I'm going to throw at this nearest one here.
All right. Your axe
Sacco is 13.
flies out, hits the column, and comes back. There were some chips on the column, but there's no movement. Vordon says, it may have been a dud.
Oh, well, I guess no one's in danger.
Braxton's going to target that one.
Just go right in the room and stand for...
Just be careful you don't destroy the columns and bring the ceiling down upon yourself.
Yep.
All right, so you throw the axe at the other one, and nothing of note happens. Some chips fly off, and your axe comes back to you.
Braxton's going to come over here, and he's going to slap the snake with his hand.
They're inactive. Surely.
All right, you slap stone. It hurts. You don't lose any hit points, but it hurts.
It's
like
slap,
ow, kind of thing.
Right, he's gonna come over and slap this one.
Oh my god, are these just normal statues?
Finn's just walking into the room at this point.
Walk in and look around. Oh god.
In fact, he's gonna walk over here and open this door.
Braxon's going to say, be careful. There might still be something else that activates them.
No. This is just like a waiting room or something.
We wasted so many spells on this.
After
It
slapping
happens.
that, Braxon's going to slap this one.
If we run,
It was getting about time to rest anyway, so.
Damn it, Ald.
You know, going up the staircase might activate them. Braxton's going to come up the staircase.
Here's the fun thing, is that I specifically had like 1 or 2 rooms with the snake statues where they were just the columns. And then I had the one room, and then you had this room with more. And boy, I was sitting here eating strawberries and just grinning to myself the whole time. I was like, I wonder if they're going to cast spells before they verify whether there's anything here or not.
should we go down to the south? There might be hot combat down there.
Get to the south. I'm annoyed. I'm gonna fight a fight.
We're all running down with our spells, hopefully still active for a little while.
So
Okay.
real fast.
I'm gonna go open this door before the session ends.
Real fast. The stairs leading up to those platforms, you do see more broken down, ruined furniture. Again, you're guessing similar to the previous chamber with the serpents in it, with that you kind of concluded was like booths or something like that.
Okay.
But nothing else of note there.
Braxton makes a note to come back later and look at it. Says, okay, let's go with Ockar and find something to fight.
I'm gonna open this door before the session ends.
All right, real fast. So everyone is going back down there.
We're going back south again.
Printing.
So I don't even know what way you went after we got
Just
to the end.
straight
of the corridor.
south.
Just straight south, you'll find us.
Right. Okay.
The other
Lafdul, what is
doors.
your hear noise?
Oh. Like 50, I think. Is it going to matter more precisely than 50?
It might. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, no.
You're going for the door on the stairs rather than the door to the south.
So
Text noise 50. Does it go up with the dex? I remember my dex.
it does not go up with dex. It is not affected by dexterity.
I can remember.
It is not affected by dexterity.
It doesn't matter how quick or nimble you are, it doesn't make you hear any better.
Right.
Elven ears work differently.
No.
No, they just work more aerodynamically.
So, Lafdul, you were the second one down here after Ockar, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You heard a sound. It sounds like a creature, somewhat echoing through corridors back the way you came. It sounds like something in pain.
Back? That way. Up that way?
No, not that way. Before that.
That way.
To the west.
Yeah, to the west.
You mean that one golem that we left, that ethereal... what'd you call it?
You have no idea what the sound is. Like it was just like you're coming in. Ockar's going towards that door. The other people are coming down the corridor after you, and you're just like, "Whoa, hold up!" And you hear just like this very soft, echoey sound coming from back from there. You cannot like really determine, like, other than the fact that it's coming from that general direction. It sounds like a wail, and that's about it.
Alright, I'll tell the party. I'll say, wait, I heard something over that direction. Let's go over there.
Okay. Braxton's going to head off to the west.
It sounded like something was hurt or injured or was living or something. There is a door down here we haven't heard opened.
Yeah, it's not coming through closed doors because it's echoing.
Oh, it's echoing.
Yeah, you'd realize that it's coming. That it would be.
Can Braxton hear it yet?
I assume we're all running as this is happening because we're going to have to be pretty fast.
Braxton's trying to run fairly quietly.
Well, you can't run quiet in
you're in metal
echoey corridors.
And echoey
You
corridors,
can make noise.
When you get out here, Braxton, you will be able to hear it coming still from the west.
Okay.
Man, I heard that.
Braxton can try to jingle quietly, maybe.
Braxton calls back from the west. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's Ockar.
I need to bring the NPCs over.
Which way from here?
Hold up.
Yeah,
I need to catch the NPCs up with you. Where are you?
Rather than explore, I assume we're going to be in a rough running formation somewhere.
Or at least a jog, kind of a move quickly
Yeah.
but cautiously. All right, so you guys can all clearly hear it from the south, Ockar,
South.
south of you.
Okay.
Alright, get ready for combat. Weapon
Oh,
strong.
I see it. What is that?
So you guys
Oh, that.
rush in, and you can see one of the creatures that you encountered in the caves coming in. That
Oh, the ones we did the deal with.
yeah,
Oh, I think our time's up. The other guys have found us now.
and it is very injured. It is in bad shape. It's got bleeding wounds.
I cast Cure Light Wounds on it. I run over and heal it. I assume it's not going to try to fight me, considering what it
Braxon-
sees.
Braxton's gonna get his
Give
ring
it
of
to
translation out. So who wants to talk to it?
I
Finn,
was
probably.
before.
He
All
was
right,
before.
that
Okay.
is going to have to wait until next time.
I will
Okay.
mark off that I cast Cure Light Wounds on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll, and I'll add hit points to it.
Bang.
Yeah.
Sorry, my elbow hit the table.
That's all right.
Okay, +5.
That was the noise of the healing.
All right. So yeah, it definitely looks nervous because it seems to have been wailing in pain and trying to flee, and at this point it just like collapsed and was trying to claw its way further on. So it's definitely afraid of something behind it, and as you run up, it's definitely afraid of you, but it has no energy left to like.
Yeah, I figured it
anything.
can't fight me, so I just went and healed it.
And you rush up and heal some of its wounds. But exactly what happened and trying to talk to it is going to have to wait until next time.
How many rounds did we lose?
Let's see. Probably 3.
And I'll take a round for you to swap rings. Start the conversation. 2 more rounds.
Well, I thought Finn said he wanted the ring.
Well, yeah, you know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the one that was talking with him, so.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll have to find out what this thing has to say next time. However, there are some experience points that we can
It might be, yeah.
There wasn't anything else I could hear, like combat or anything.
This thing, now that you're so close to this thing is like it was wailing too loudly.
So,
I mean, it was really
nothing,
only
anything else.
the fact that you're really skilled at hearing things from like subtle sounds and stuff like that that allowed you to hear it in the first place. So
Is that because he's got big ears?
Apparently. They are good for some things.
It's because Noddy wouldn't pay the ransom.
I think halflings here are better than elves. I think. Well, they might just be better at stuff. I can't remember. I know halflings are really good at the thieves.
all right, give me just a second to check something, and then we'll get some XPs handed out.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm down to 4 holy water. I don't know how much Solas said he had. I know he said he was running low as well, so.
Alright, so Leva and Lafdul, that will be 778 XP.
778.
Let's see.
You don't get anything for dispelling a
Braxon-
trap, do you?
I'm sorry?
You don't get anything for dispelling a trap.
No, because you
Yeah.
didn't use your thief skills. Braxon and Ockar, 858.
850.
858.
Yep, 858.
858.
And Finn, 1028.
Nice.
Yeah, smaller fire did really much good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5th level spell. All right, Ockar went up a level last time, so I'm imagining no one is going up a level this time.
Yeah.
Only 182,000 points left.
Yeah, Braxon's not leveling up yet.
Yeah, so, you know, just a few hundred more of those stone snakes, Leva. It's fine.
If we're not splitting them amongst all the NPCs, then yeah, we get a lot more.
I did love all the planning involved in fighting some knot snakes.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I just let you guys go hog wild. My favorite
I
part
was
was
like-
preemptively casting spells when you were sure that something was going to come, and then there was nothing there.
Well, maybe
It's
we get
always
to
a
fight
risk.
something next week.
Yeah, in the next few rounds.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
So Braxon would have to give the ring to Finn, which is going to take up a round.
Yeah.
So would that be the first thing we do next game?
Or lose around
Yeah.
while repositioning while you're handing out a ring.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see what happens next time. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank the players for playing. Really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your days, and we will be back next week as we see what you can learn from this creature. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for the game. Take care, everyone.